For the big powerful exercises, the deadlift, the squat, bench press, overhead press, these types of things, it's good to have some sort of a movement that primes you to do these, to gets you ready for the action of that actual exercise. I did a previous video about face pulls. I really like those for overhead work and for bench press, but I think they probably should be done nearly every day. And this is another exercise that I do a lot as a warm-up and just as a general conditioning for my shoulders, but it really helps people improve their deadlift setup if they do it correctly. So I've put it in people's programs for a long time, usually after some rowing and regular pull down movements, and it was there to kind of work as a finisher, if you will, for the lats. But people had a hard time actually getting a feel for it. They thought they needed to do it heavier. They thought they needed to feel it more like a regular weightlifting exercise, which it actually isn't there for. So I'd actually like people to start using this before their workouts as part of their warm-up, especially on deadlift day. And there's a reason for that. So what I'm going to demonstrate is first how to set it up. So because we're working in this particular day, the deadlift, I want to kind of get into the position of my deadlift. So if I just have an empty dowel here, I'm not going to go all the way down to where a regular deadlift would be. This is beyond where I need to be. I'm going to go more about where a Romanian deadlift would be, just at the kind of the top of your shins, bottom of your kneecaps. So the reason why we use the straight arm pull down here is we want our lats to be activated here, holding the bar close to our body as we come up. When you come out of the bottom, a rounded back like this is a sure sign your lats are not activated. There's space here, and as you come up, you're likely to drift away with the bar. The lats are what actually pulls you in and closes your armpits, and that's a cue that I used for years with people. And some people got it, but a lot of people got a bit of a deer in the headlights look when I'd say protect your armpits, squeeze your armpits, think about holding 2 pieces of paper in your armpits. These types of things wasn't necessarily transferring over to the client, and they weren't understanding what I was saying. So to get this position and hold that in tight as you come up, it's the lats that are activating. So when we get rid of the bar and we take a band, and this can be done with a banded cable or anything, but I find a band is very easy and you can do it anywhere. I want to return to that same position. So if I wasn't holding the band, my hands would still be right about that same position. So now from this position, you want to take about the same grip width as you'd have on the bar. So your hands would be just outside of your legs. Set that position, stretch, and pull down, maintaining your body position, getting a full extension at the top and a good contraction at the bottom. This would be very much what you'd want for your, just beyond your starting position. I could go down all the way to the starting position, but I don't feel it's necessary. This is activating the lats, so it's something excellent before you do your deadlifts, but you could do it a lot of other times too. I don't recommend doing what I just did, that full. I was just trying to demonstrate how you're keeping the lats engaged. But because of the way the band is set up and stuff, it doesn't mimic the deadlift that well, so it can kind of set up some bad patterns. We're just looking more for the starting position. Activating, squeezing those armpits. Now if we want to have a little bit of transfer over to the full movement, I'll hook a band down low. And you can do this with an empty bar like I am here, or you can do it with a bar with a bit of weight on it to get a more of a feel. So I set this up kind of the same way as if I was in the top of the movement. And then I bring it down to where my starting position would be. So mid shins, about where it'd be if there was weight on the bar. Now from here, you want that bar to stay on your shins and in contact with your legs at all times lightly. In order to do that, if I have to keep my lats tight. If I don't, the bar will come away. So from here, up, 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 extend the hips. So it also teaches you to extend your hips, because if you don't, it's going to come away as well. So this is an excellent exercise for teaching you to keep the bar close. And you'll feel it in your lats starting to burn as you're doing this. So a few sets of a few reps of those before your deadlift are going to prime that pattern of you pinching your lats, squeezing your armpits, all of those cues that I've used before but people didn't necessarily understand. So if you have any questions about this, Kevin at bodyperformance.net. Hope this helps you out. I'll talk to you again soon.